Have you found the one this Valentine's Day? It can be tough, and I'll tell you what, our next guest knows it firsthand, so she's put together her advice inside her new book, which is a guide to help you go from toxic love to real love. Relationship coach and author Shannon Colleary is here with more. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Very well.
So good to meet you.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay, first of all, tell us about why you wrote this book.
Well, I had a habit of selecting men, only two, that I would like to get married to, and they had no interest.
Okay.
They were, I would like to say, toxic men. By the way, I want to say that it's not gender specific.
So this is good for men and women.
Good for men and women, because there are plenty of women out there that are very confusing and toxic. So yeah, I had a personal interest in getting better to achieve the goals that I wanted in life. I wanted to get married and have a family, but that wasn't good enough. I wanted a stable, loving home. You know?
Yeah, I think that's what we're all looking for at one point or another.
Right.
And you had a particularly bad breakup moment, I guess, that you say is sort of funny, yet at the time it was not, and this is what sort of compelled you to go, hey, I want to find the right guy.
Absolutely. Well, I always say to my clients, let rock bottom be your jet fuel. Because I was supposed to take my boyfriend in the morning to get his truck serviced at 6 a.m. and then drop him at work. He was going to be at my apartment by 10 p.m. The hours go by. He's not there. I finally drive to his house. I notice flickering candles, and I hear Sade, you know, the soft stylings. He opens the door, and there's another woman in his
Oh, no, he
in
did
his
not.
apartment. And fortunately, things had not progressed too much, but he actually introduced us to each other.
Was this him?
Well, no, that was a different one. I only had two, but yeah, both of them had a lot of six-packs happening.
I was just going to say, so is that part of it, too? You can't just go for the physical? I mean, honestly, there must be a reason that you...
Well, yeah, I think you can't. One of the things I would say for women who are looking for the right one, and men as well, is have goals before you go out dating. Know what you want. Don't let your hormones lead you down the path.
And I'm sorry,
Yes.
we didn't address that last picture. You didn't see my face. That was me in the surf gear.
Oh, that was you.
But
with the
I wasn't
abs.
one of the toxic love
just
guys.
Just keep those under wraps, okay? Because I'm still not recovered.
Now,
from the abs.
you say in your book there's 5 red flags to look for.
Yes, there are. So if a guy comes on really strong, that means he's trying to snort you like a bump of cocaine. He wants a hit, right? But as soon as you're hooked and you want to be with him, he cools off very quickly. It's fear of engulfment.
Okay.
Women too. Then you look for inconsistency and unreliability. So he doesn't do what he says he's going to do. Another one is criticism. And that tends to happen as the relationship begins to evolve because it puts you in a position of feeling you don't deserve to have your needs met.
So like more and more, like they're almost belittling
it's
you?
sort of, they start kind of slow and it seems like teasing, but then it starts ramping up and your self-esteem starts to take a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got to watch out for that. You have to watch out for the one-way relationship where you're always giving and giving and giving, but you're not getting any of your needs met. So that's another red flag. And the last one is, he doesn't want to do anything where you look like a couple. He doesn't want to go to weddings. He doesn't want to meet your family at Christmas or Thanksgiving. It's like he doesn't want to give you any ideas, you know?
And I'll bet if you're so engulfed in infatuation, even if it's Mr. Wrong, you probably don't even notice it until you step outside that relationship later and go, wow, what was I thinking?
Your hormones are going so crazy. That's why I say wait before you dive into bed, because the serotonin, the dopamine kick in, and you're sex blind.
Oh, wow, okay. And you know what? I've been there before, years ago.
It's not a moral issue. It's a practical issue, you know?
Okay, but there's 3 things you can do right now.
Yeah, to do better. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, know what you want when you want to meet a person. If you're going to a bar and you meet an attractive person, don't let your hormones lead you if that's not what you're looking for. If you want something serious that might last, be aware of what it is you want.
Okay.
And a lot of times we lie to ourselves because we want to be cool and easygoing and all of that, and we sell ourselves down the river. Second thing is, check your character traits. Are you a people pleaser? Do you have too much empathy? Are you always looking for the bad boy or girl that you can rescue? You know, so check those character traits and be aware of when you're acting against your own best self-interest.
I was very guilty of that one. I called it the broken bird syndrome. I wanted to fix the wing.
There's nothing more lovely than a waifish woman who needs your help.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and of course, when you really, let's be honest, when you're single, you have to be physically attracted to that person.
You do.
And that happened to me several times. You and I were talking in the green room, and I was like, man, I look back and I was so blind to so many things.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, our first instinct is to see and want. And that's perfectly normal. We are animals. It's our species built to do that. But But I think that if you know who you are and what you want, it helps you to take things slow. And listen, if this is the right person, they'll wait for you. That's my
Good
opinion.
point. I love it. All right, so where can we
Yes.
get the book?
Oh, it's on Amazon. In fact, the Kindle version drops today. We can't say the whole title because there is a word in it, but it is about how to go from toxic love to real love in 12 exercises. And it is a life practice.
And there you can see it on your screen, too.
There
you can
it is.
probably decipher the word. But I tell you what,
All
I
right.
would recommend getting this book. Trust
Thank
me, I've
you.
been through this several times before I met my wife. Shannon,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
So good to have you.
Okay.
All right, coming up.